So why should we be paying extra attention to Zamir White, the running back for the Las Vegas Raiders for 2024 fantasy football? Hit that subscribe button, guys, if you're new to the channel. Lots of videos coming hot and heavy over the next couple of weeks leading into the season. Now, as far as Zamir White is concerned, he's entering his third season in the NFL. He's 24 years old. He comes from the running back factory of Georgia, all right? Guys coming from Georgia always seem to do really well in the NFL, and Zamir White showed his potential when he finally got the chance to be the starter towards the end of last season when Josh Jacobs was injured. Of course, Jacobs is now no longer in town. Jacobs was relied on very heavily with the Raiders. He is now in Green Bay. So Zamir White has an easy, open path to possible bell cow work. And here's the thing, even the most intriguing thing about this situation is that Zamir White was knocked about not having much of a receiving game coming out of college, but he caught the ball fairly well in his cameo at the end of last season. 15 catches for 98 yards. So now there is the possibility that Antonio Pierce, the head coach of the Raiders, likes what he saw from Zamir White across the board, and he's going to liberally use him this season. Now, the other thing, let's just rehash last season. So 17 games, 451 rushing yards, 4.3 per carry. Like I said, 15 catches, 98 yards. He was very solid down the stretch of the season. There's no doubt about it. And here's the thing as well. The Raiders only brought in Alexander Mattison. Last we saw Alexander Mattison, he couldn't do anything last season. He was quickly cast aside in Minnesota for Ty Chandler. Really had not much of a market at all in free agency, which shows you that the NFL landscape doesn't view him as much of anything. And as a matter of fact, I really think while Madison will probably spell White for a series or two during the course of a game, I think this is Zamir White's job to literally run with. And if he can catch the ball fairly successfully the way he did the second half of last season, even in PPR leagues, we might be looking at a high-end running back two scenario here. Now, Zamir White, you can get him later on in drafts. You can get him in the 4th, 5th, 6th round, and he could be a guy that could easily run for over 1,000 yards. Remember, Antonio Pierce wants to rely on the run. He does not have much at quarterback. Gardner Minshew, we all know what he is. He's a guy that can play with his hair on fire, fairly capable quarterback, but he's not going to make many big plays. Aiden O'Connell didn't really work out last season when he got the opportunity. So Zamir White is going to be used heavily in this offense, and just on opportunity share alone, I think he's somebody we need to be paying close attention to. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think of Zamir White. Post in the comments section if you can.